Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here. This video is like 6 or 7 weeks late, but honestly, who really cares? I just wanted to make a video talking about what I have in mind for 2023 for my content here on the YouTube channel, as well as some stuff related to Twitch. Just, I guess, an overall what my goals are for this year and what kind of content I plan to produce. It's rare that I kind of have an idea for so many things already, but I figured I could just take a quick video and communicate that with all of you so you just know what to expect. It's nice to know as a subscriber, I suppose. So let's get started. First of all, I'll be blunt about one thing. I was hoping 2023 was going to be kind of a year for me to recover and catch up. Many of you know I've been going through the ringer the past several years, and I was kind of hoping 2023 would be a little bit of a break from that. There's always things happening, but I was just hoping for something a little more chill. Things I can't discuss with you yet have already informed me that is not the kind of year I'm going to have. And while it's going to be, laden with great games and opportunities, heck, it's only February and we've already had, quite a few really good experiences so far. It's also going to be one that is going to be incredibly hard on me. So I think that's why I kind of wanted to develop a plan, because when I try to not have a plan and then things happen that kind of stress me out, that's when you get those super large gaps with my actual content releases. You may have seen them in like November or maybe August, around that time before the Abyssos tier came out. And so I made a plan this time, surprisingly, a schedule on when certain types of videos are going to be releasing, what my plans are for those videos, and other random ideas. I, of course, also would love to hear any random ideas that any of my subscribers have. I mean, one of my most recent videos, the one I uploaded yesterday, was something that was shared in my Discord. And so I'm always down to do something new, do something that's interesting for my subscriber base. And I want to just be able to continue to provide content for you guys as I always have. So first, scheduling. Now, I'm very against scheduling a video every day or guaranteeing that there are going to be videos on certain days. Sometimes new game uploads or new updates to Final Fantasy XIV throw those kind of schedules just completely to the wayside. So instead, I've created kind of a structure for weeks that I don't have anything specifically planned, stuff like, this week, next week, etc., etc. So Mondays, I always release my weekly Q&A. I personally consider that kind of like a freebie day because I can record the weekly Q&A. It's something I do every week, and it's been good for the channel. I know you guys can't really see the things that I can see in my analytics, but even though those videos aren't like the super big watched ones, they do have a lot of retention, and so those have been really good for the channel. Same with State of the Realm. Anytime we do have a State of the Realm, that video is uploaded on a Saturday, so that day is completely taken care of as well. Now, Tuesdays, random video. Whatever video idea I have, whether it be Final Fantasy related or not, that can go up on a Tuesday. Now, Wednesday, I have a very specific plan for, and that's my retro Final Fantasy XIV video day. Many of you may have noticed I've been uploading videos that cover past patches and job updates that happen. And because it's the 10th anniversary of Final Fantasy XIV, specifically A Realm Reborn, I want to spend the year going back and looking at all those old times, remembering old raid tiers, old trial series, just all that kind of stuff. So Wednesday is going to be retro Final Fantasy XIV day, but that doesn't mean that's the only day those make it uploaded. The random video days are completely viable to have something like that if I just feel like uploading 2 in a week because I don't have any other ideas. But still, that's like a bare minimum is the aim for the Wednesday. Now, Thursday, I'm planning on doing ranking videos. People ask me all the time how I feel about certain things in the franchise, favorite characters, stories, yada, yada, yada. So ranking videos are going to be something that encompass a lot of different aspects of both Final Fantasy and things that I'll be branching out to. I do want to take these kind of other video day or video idea days to do things that are a little less conventional and shake things up a little bit on the channel without veering too far from what I already upload. Friday is review videos. That's actually something specific to my Final Fantasy count up. Now, for those who don't know, over on the Twitch side of things, I've been streaming through the Final Fantasy franchise as we lead up to Final Fantasy 16. I've been uploading the playthroughs that I finished over on the VOD channel, which I need to add to this to remember to upload to the VOD channel a little bit more because it's hard for me to keep track of all this stuff. And I want to re-review some of those Final Fantasy games and give more like a 4 to 5 minute, I guess, how I feel about the game and why style video. It's going to add a little bit more insight. As many of you may know, I put out a Final Final Fantasy ranking video, and there are definitely some surprising aspects in there that I would like to bring to light in specific videos. People have been waiting for my Final Fantasy IX one in particular. Saturday, I already said State of the Realm, and Sunday's random video or nothing day. Now, random video days can technically always be nothing days. If a lot's going on in my life, I'm not going to force out a video on any of these days, or at least I'm not going to try to force out a video on any of those specific days. But that's what my plan is for weeks where I have nothing else going on. On content release days, or when there's major patches with major updates, those are going to completely dominate the schedule. All of these things go to the wayside, and you get the content that you come to expect. Upcoming will be the new Deep Dungeon, which of course I'll have some videos on as I work through it as a group and as I do it solo, as well as a guide on all of the floors to Eureka Orthos. So that's what the plan is for actual videos. Now, shorts are still a little bit TBD. You know, the current plan was to do Wednesdays and Sundays specifically for just shorts, and I haven't even kept to that. I've like moved them around a little bit, just kind of done it based on feeling. But for the moment, shorts seem to be doing okay, and I'm curious what the long-term ramifications of having them on the channel are. And I guess ramifications isn't the right word, but I'm curious to see what it means long-term for the channel if I were to continue to upload them past February. But I'm also kind of in the boat of maybe making that its own separate channel. I think I understand the search engine optimization enough to make them something different without having them be in the subscriber box here, or moving to less frequent upload dates, or taking days where I don't feel like making a full video and only uploading shorts on those days. That way it's just something that's there and not something that's like spamming people's inboxes, which is the number one thing I want to avoid with shorts. I've also started uploading shorts over to TikTok. A lot of people were wondering if that was my actual account. It is. If you see Mr. Happy 1227 on TikTok, that is me. But for the moment, those are just getting the shorts uploads a little bit later. So for most of you, if you prefer seeing them on TikTok, great. If not, you know, you have them here on YouTube. Now, on top of that, there were some other video ideas that were floated, and I'm not sure what random days these will come out on. Evolution and Rating in Final Fantasy XIV Part 2. I released one about 3 or 4 years ago, and I've been asked for an update on that video. Deep Dungeon, what you need to know, just a few beginner tips for people getting into Eureka Orthos. I will say, I personally think there are far more reputable sources that may have more tips on that, but a few basics for people who are completely unfamiliar and may not know how to find those other Deep Dungeon sources is at least a bare minimum. In fact, I can reference those sources in the video so people looking to expand their knowledge further can reach out to those different YouTube channels, Twitch channels, etc., etc. I already mentioned things like ranking videos, patch reviews, job retros. I still have like 7 of those minimum that I think I want to do. Final Fantasy reviews as part of Count Up. I've already scheduled some of these things and when they are going to be released. But then I also have things like, you know, my favorite party members, or my favorite this, or my favorite that. A lot more of those like Mount style ranking videos or Final Fantasy style ranking videos as well. I want to talk about videos I never released and why. People have been asking where the Baldesion Arsenal video is for years now. My favorite non-Final Fantasy games, which is a fun one because I think a lot of people may be surprised at some of the things on that list if you don't click specific videos on my channel. Anything in any game, any RPG that I feel like uploading, you know, Octopath is coming out, maybe I released that. You know, I did a few Harvestella videos when that came out, but that's a really on-feeling thing. I also want to reissue some videos. I reissued the Tank Versus, which quite frankly, I should have looked over a little bit more. I looked for specifically the aspects that I knew had changed and then replaced those. Whereas there were things that I could have corrected from the original one that I kind of just, I say incorrectly, but I mean correctly. I don't know if that makes sense. Talking about Double Down is one particular one that I mentioned, as well as the Infuriate and Warrior thing, which I know hasn't been a thing for a while because I played a bunch of Warrior, but all the same. Also videos on any sort of job updates that they do. And also, of course, anything 16 or 7 remake related. Sometimes they don't find the news worth making videos for, but I really need to get on top of making those little videos a lot more. So those are just a few things that I have planned for the channel over the next several months, over the year. Of course, we'll have FanFest, we'll have live letters, we'll have patch notes, we'll have just stuff that's been traditional. That stuff's not going anywhere, but these are just kind of ideas off the top of my head that can make for consistent uploads on weeks when I don't have a lot going on. And honestly, I just wanted to be able to share that with all of you. Like I said, this year is going to be a test for me. And I definitely want to pour as much as I can into what I'm doing over here on YouTube and what I'm doing over on Twitch. But there's definitely going to be times where I need kind of like a Zen day or a Zen moment. And I definitely plan on also taking the opportunity to use those days when absolutely necessary. I'm usually someone who's really good at, taking things and making sure that they're separate, or I understand how to handle things emotionally, but you can never be fully prepared for anything. And I just have a feeling that this year, as much as I wanted it to be a super great year for catching up on everything, after everything that happened with my mother, after all the things I've been dealing with for years and years and years that are just finally catching up with me now, I just know that's not going to be the case already. You'll learn more about that in the coming months, but for now, I'll leave it ambiguous and just say that wish me luck. That's about all I can really say at the moment. But thank you to everyone who's been enjoying the content on the channel. I've been regularly uploading content to this channel for 10 years. Realm Reborn celebrates a 10-year anniversary this year, but I do as well. I started uploading because I was excited for Realm Reborn. Before that, there was a few horror videos. There was some League of Legends stuff. I had some old Final Fantasy XI stuff uploaded, old Kingdom Hearts stuff. A lot of that stuff I took down, but some of it's even still there. So it's been a time. Hey, maybe we go full retro and I watch my old videos and I take polls of like what videos you want me to comment on and things like that. So you can make me suffer, make me watch something I really don't want to watch of me, because that's torture. Nothing worse than that. But I'm open to all these ideas, and I want to make the best content I can for you this year. And I'm sure I'm going to slip up in a few ways and maybe rush something out when I'm trying to get all this stuff done, but I'm still going to try my best, and that's a promise from me. But anyway, that's going to be the video for this day. I don't have to worry about anything until next week when all of this really kicks in, and I hope you enjoyed. So thanks everyone for watching, and hopefully we'll have a good 2023. Until the next video, take care.